CryptosRUs. I am George. We are all George. In this late night stream, I want to share with you and talk about the biggest NFT project in crypto that no one is talking about. I'm actually quite surprised. This project blows out every other NFT project out there, and it's not even close. It's not even close. And one of the biggest successful, I would say, NFT marketplaces that a lot of people are talking about and getting involved with. They don't even realize that they are part of this project. So I know a lot of you guys are into NFTs these days. Of course, there's a lot of headlines swirling around about how much some NFTs are going for. So in this video, I want to reveal and talk about the biggest NFT project that no one is talking about. And I'm really, really shocked by it. So thanks for tuning in, guys. As always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. 2 streams every day, 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I want to, of course, give you guys an update on the whole F2 pool situation with Bitcoin. I've covered that this morning and covered that the entire week. I do want to just rehash what has happened and what's going on. And then, of course, get to this fantastic project that I think you guys will enjoy. All right. So those of you guys that's already here, welcome. Let me change my screen here. Okay, so Bitcoin is looking a lot better right now than earlier today. After my stream, Bitcoin fell down to about 47,000 and now has come back above 48,800. It's about 49,000 and it's looking like it's going definitely in the right direction, right? And you know what, this morning, I was looking at F2 pool, and of course, I noticed a lot of outflows. A lot of them, including this massive one of 2,000 Bitcoins, and a lot of these are 1,000, 500, 200. If you add it all up, it's quite a bit. There's a lot of Bitcoin that's outflowing from F2 pool. That is the reason I believe why we had a little and sudden dip for Bitcoin. But now it seems like you could see the volume has died down quite a bit. So it's no surprise that Bitcoin is recovering back up. But ultimately, guys, I don't want you guys to focus just on F2 pool. I realize that maybe too many of you guys are just looking at that and nothing else. And this is definitely not a time to be just panicking over whether or not F2 pool is done dumping. This is definitely a time to look at bargains and discover new projects and stay strong, because this is the time that you can still take advantage. When there are bargains to be had, this is when you dollar cost average and then you hold it for life-changing wealth. That is why I'm doing this video today. I've been mixing it in, new altcoins and so forth, right? Because I do think this is definitely the right opportunity. This is not time to be fearing whether or not the top is here or doomsday is right around the corner. No, this is definitely time to be staying strong, discovering new projects, and get involved and be diversified, because there's so many fantastic projects. In fact, this project I'm going to talk about today is one that I've held close to my heart for about a month now. This is one of the projects I discovered that made me change my mind about altcoins. I finally looked at this one and a few other projects, and I realized, man, I was wrong before. Before I thought that, all altcoins were basically a way to steal your Bitcoins away from you, to distract you, that none of them really had any chance to stand on their own. This is a project that has proven that it already has, and it is definitely going to be a monster going forward, yet no one is talking about them. And they're involved with NFTs, which is one of the hottest fields right now. All right, so let me get to it without dragging on for much longer here. Well, first of all, let me remind you guys, because this is important. Ethereum's gas fees right now, which isn't too bad, but still not very, very good. To do a transfer costs you about $12 on the Ethereum network. To do a Uniswap swap costs you about $37, and to add, remove liquidity pool or your token from a liquidity pool is about $33. So, I mean, if you're making large trades, okay, you're making trades at thousands of dollars, then this doesn't seem like it's a big deal, right? But when you're making a lot of small trades or a lot of small transfers, or if you simply want to send someone some ETH or any ERC20 token, this adds up. And you don't realize it. Like if you're utilizing, say, Chainlink, and you're dragging a whole lot of data, a lot of calls on the Ethereum network, every single call takes about $11, and maybe you end up making 30 calls. So it gets quite expensive, right? But the reason why I bring this up is because this is not the first time we have seen it. We have seen this in 2017 when ICOs were hot, but also, you know what? Do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember when CryptoKitties was very, very, very hot? This was back in 2017, 2018, and CryptoKitties was so hot that it congested the Ethereum network by itself. Yes, this one dApp congested the entire network because of how popular it was. So this is an article from December 4th, 2017. So this is not a recent article. This is 2014. And CryptoKitties accounted for 12% of all transactions on the Ethereum network. And I remember that there were articles after this that actually showed that it went up even more, that it was just so busy that it basically clogged up the entire network, and it was costing a lot of fees, just like right now, right? And no one realized back then that NFTs, right, existed already. CryptoKitties is an NFT, it's a non-fungible token, but no one really talked about it, no one really cared. But this has been around for quite some time. You know what? CryptoKitties is still around. They are still thriving. There's a lot of people that still buy and trade CryptoKitties, and there's a lot of things you can do with it. You can unlock new traits. You can dress them up. You can get special limited fancy cats. There's a lot of things going on. But why do I bring up CryptoKitties? Well, the founders of CryptoKitties realized that they have created something that really stands out, that could really draw in a lot of people, because they gamified it. They took something like a silly thing, silly concept, they gamified it and turned it into valuable art, basically. Yes, digital art. And the founders behind that decided to start a company called Dapper Labs. And their newest blockchain is called Flow. And this is one that has been around for a while, but no one is paying attention to it. It's still relatively low in market cap, about 700 million. When I first came across them, I believe they were about 400 million. So they grew a little bit, but they're still relatively small. So what is Flow? Flow is a brand new blockchain, a very, very, very fast blockchain that's meant to handle the new age of NFTs, because NFTs, just like CryptoKitties, there's a lot of people that's buying, trading, and we know NFTs is evolving too. There's like NFT farming, NFT like staking and stuff like that is now developing, basically copying off of DeFi. But Flow is all about that, basically to power the next generation, according to them, digital assets, apps, and games. Right now, they are concentrating on NFTs, but they are definitely looking to expand beyond that, and they're going beyond than just CryptoKitties. We'll get to that in a little bit. And also what's interesting is you could see Flow crypto token is not in bold available on Uniswap. So they are proud that their token is not available on Uniswap, because I do think they believe that all these new tokens that get released on Uniswap are basically pump and dumps, right? And they don't want to be associated with that. In fact, they're on very, very limited exchanges. If you're in the United States, you're gonna have a hard time even finding Flow tokens. Okay, so that is what they're about. Okay, now why are they faster? Because of course they know about Ethereum's problems, so they develop a new blockchain that's much faster, and they're even saying that no sharding. You know how Ethereum 2.0 is going sharding. A lot of other projects, Zilliqa is sharding, Elrond is sharding, and they're like, no, sharding is still not good enough. So they came up with some new hash algorithm that basically makes it very, very efficient with the use of 4 different nodes. And when you want to stake, you randomly get selected to be in one of these categories: a collection, a consensus, verification, execution. And with this style, they believe that flow is a very, very, very high throughput and can pretty much handle any kind of transaction it needs to. So it actually does utilize a new kind of consensus algorithm as well, for those of you guys that care about technical stuff. And if you look at their documents, it's pretty easy to understand. Also, in terms of their language, their programming language, they're compatible with JavaScript, which is one of the biggest ones for the internet. Okay, so that's the technical stuff, which is also very good. Now, moving on to this one new DApp marketplace, or no, NFT marketplace, that so many people is talking about already, and they don't even realize that it's an NFT, and they don't even realize that it's on top of Flow. And I know a lot of you guys heard of them before. NBA TopShot, this brand new marketplace where you could buy NBA highlights, and they basically gamified it and made it into a rare commodity, a rare asset. And that is the biggest new thing that Flow has produced. They signed up the NBA, and now this is blowing up. This is blowing up within the last 30 days. $230 million worth of NBA highlights were sold through NBA Top Shots, and this was all running on top of Flow blockchain. And this is just nuts. Like I even said, I'm a big card collector, but the amount of money people are spending on the Top Shot packs and these highlights are crazy. So there's one of LeBron James, and this is the exact moment that you're buying. And of course, they have different serial numbers basically of the same play, so it's a little bit different. But you can have one that's like out of 30, and then one that's out of 100, one out of 300, just like basketball cards. And someone bought this moment for $208,000. $208,000. I believe that is the maximum so far. And I was just searching. Here's a relative new player, John Morant. And looking at this, there are 2 people that's selling this moment right now. Lowest price, $240,000. And looking at how much it previously sold, someone paid $100,000 for the same moment. So these things are going for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it could end up going for millions in the future, right? So this is how hot things are for NBA Top Shots. So this is by far the biggest NFT marketplace that people don't even realize. People that are buying into this, if they're not in the crypto world, they don't even know it's an NFT. They just think it's a cool new concept. But these are all based on a token on the Flow blockchain, and they're all NFTs. And of course, other sports leagues have not gotten into it, but the NBA is paving way. So here's an article about how the NFL can embrace that revolution. What about baseball? What about football? What about soccer? Right? There's just so much that could be getting into the same space. So definitely something very, very, very big. Okay. I think I had a little bit of delay there. Hopefully I'm back now. Am I back? Yes. I think I'm back. I'm waiting for this to update. Okay, here we go. I'm back. So I had to do some stuff, but it looks like I'm back. So hopefully I won't have any more distractions. All right, so moving on. So what about other leagues, right? So they're looking at this right now. They're in discussion, but you know what? One of the other leagues, the UFC, which is very, very hot right now, they also signed up with Flow, and they're planning on they plan on offering digital collectibles too, right? So, Flow already has a lot of clients. So once UFC does it, this is going to be huge, and who knows what other leagues are going to follow. They also have, Dr. Seuss, which is great for the kids, but this is also coming. Now, besides NBA Top Shots and UFC and Dr. Seuss, what else makes me think that Flow is a fantastic project? Well, it's the backers. The backers are simply amazing. Like, you really can't find another project with this type of backing. So if you look at this headline, Warner Music Group joined a $11 million round to invest in Dapper Labs. So Warner Music Group, they're involved, right? So music is next. Think about it. You can digitize pretty much anything. Why would you not digitize music? And artists can sell their music directly to consumers, skipping streaming, skipping radio stations. They could sell limited tracks themselves utilizing NFTs. So Warner Music Group is among one of the investors. And if you look at the list, it is very, very, very impressive. So Warner, also Andreessen Horowitz, and you look at Unisquare Ventures, and there's just a ton. And that was the first round. The second round, they got Samsung involved, and they also got a ton of NBA players. Why not, right? Because it's their league. So you got a ton of NBA players that's also involved. So total, I think they have like 20, 22, 23 million. So there's a lot. There's a lot of investors out there. And also Binance didn't invest in them, but they formed this partnership where BUSD stablecoin is now on Flow. So that means there could be integration in the future as well for this blockchain. So we know Binance, if you're listed on Binance, you get that pumpability. This could be coming around the corner, right? Now, looking at this, I just brought this up. I used to show this. I haven't looked at it for a long time, but this is a top dApps on all the chains that this tracks. Ethereum, Tron, EOS, Neo, VeChain, pretty much all the major ones. It doesn't track Cardano, obviously, because it's not done. It doesn't track Polkadot yet, but it tracks the major ones. And you could see that NBA Top Shot is already number 4. So that is really, really large. And then you have Uniswap, PancakeSwap. I'm surprised PancakeSwap is actually number 1. And this is according to users, not according to volume or balance. But still, you get my point. I mean, the number of users that's on NBA Top Shots is exploding. And you have guys like Mark Cuban, who is now suddenly very bullish on blockchain and crypto. And he says if he was going to start a company today, he would cater to business around blockchain, smart contracts, and NFTs, specifically NFTs. And he's taking advantage too. So he's selling moments at the games. So it's exactly the same thing, right? And besides, just overall for NFTs, you hear about digital art, like Grimes sold $6 million of digital art. Logan Paul sells $888,000 of NFTs. NFTs is definitely this new era that blockchain is ushering in, right? We know that DeFi is here to stay, but NFTs is huge, not only for digital art, but it could be moments, it could be music, it could pretty much be anything. And the biggest player by far, in my opinion, has to be Flow. Because of NBA Top Shots, they already proved, they already legitimized it. There's a ton. There's $230 million worth of digital moments that's already sold. And this is only getting hotter. And a lot of people tell me that they try. The experience isn't so good right now because every time they release a pack, the system goes down because there's so many people coming in. And last time they did it, there was a wait of like 70,000 people in line waiting to get a pack. That is how hot it is. And this is like the best of both worlds when you have crypto people that's involved and sport card collectors that's also involved. It's kind of like both. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Good thing my stream didn't break again. So that's Flow blockchain from Dapper Labs. And I think this is a very, very, very undervalued project at this point. So just want to share it with you guys. That's pretty much it. All right. That's it. That's it. That's all I have to cover for Flow. I'll turn it back to you guys for some Q&A. The Incredible Kyle asked about Litecoin. Not a fan of Litecoin at all. Just go ahead and buy. Just go ahead and buy Bitcoin. Jose asked about Engine. Engine is also in NFTs. So they're specifically covering gaming and type of NFTs. And that is also very hot. So that's why Engine is also doing very well. Omega Chan asks, what do you do with NBA TopShot? You just keep it, just like sports cards. If you have, like, what do you do when you have, I don't know, I'm just pulling out my drawer. When you have like a sports card like this that's sitting in your desk, or if it's in your case, what do you do with it? Nothing. You keep it. You keep it. You look at it and you wait for the price to appreciate. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with NFTs. You hold on to it and you wait for the price to appreciate. Someone asked about Ocean. I'm not sure what Ocean is. Monetizing their data, preserving privacy and control. Okay. So it's more like a data marketplace. Yeah, okay. They're pretty big. They're pretty big too. Data owners and consumers use, okay, to publish, discover, consume data assets. Yeah, so it's like a data marketplace. So IOTA's in this space too. But IOTA is really not, they don't have that much traction with their data marketplace. So Ocean seems to be a competitor. Seems like it's a good idea. What is the next one? CKB? I still haven't had a chance to look at it, so can't really comment on it. A lot of people asked ever since Voyager added them. It's a weird project to be adding out of all projects, so but I haven't looked at them. Woo Trade? What is Woo Trade? Layer 1 trading infrastructure. All right, so it's like a trading or financial kind of blockchain that allows you to create a ton of stuff on top of it. Not on the best exchanges, but they're relatively big, I guess, mid-size. Wait, what happened to it? Did I just... Yeah. Yeah, so they basically allow you to trade and to provide a lot of financial stuff. Can't really say much beyond that. Someone asked about Wax. Wax is also another one. Wax is a complete NFT play. Kind of like Engine, where you sell and trade and buy digital items. Mike Novogratz is invested in Wax too. I'm actually surprised Wax has not come up more recently, but they've been in this space for quite a long time. And Mike Novogratz was like showing them like crazy before, but I don't know if he stopped or what. But Wax, I'm surprised, has not come up more. What do you think about Super Farm? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why you want to stake NFTs in pools. That I don't get. I get the fact that you want to buy NFTs. I don't get why you want to stake in an NFT pool. Did you see, Damien asked, do you see a story on CNBC saying China shutting down Bitcoin mining? Could that be YF2? I don't think so. And I didn't see that story. And I would not trust CNBC to report what is going on in China because they're probably fed a story and something else is happening. Just like CNBC has reported before that all the miners are getting kicked out of China. And they reported that years ago and that never happened. So I would not trust anything that CNBC is reporting out of China because most likely it's false. You got to get it directly from the source. Hey, your only say certain supply is low, flow is 2%, so the drop go value over time. I looked at that before. If you actually look at like how much is being held by the team and so forth, right? It's actually a pretty decent amount. They're reserving a lot of that because of the new NFTs they plan on having. That's the reason why. But it's a valid point. But I do think that they still have a lot of potential. What else is there? J-Dub says, devil's advocate, F2 pool suppressing price to keep BTC attractive for institutional money. They know their long-term success depends on it. I don't believe that one bit. I don't believe that one bit. Now, I could see if a huge company wanted to buy a ton of Bitcoin and they somehow MDMF asked, can I buy your wife's painting? It is the NFT. I was trying to actually create that. I was actually trying to make that into an NFT. And I did actually create one, but I kind of screwed it up. So I'm trying to figure out how to make more NFTs. In case you guys are wondering. I don't think so. I don't think so. To keep BTC attractive for institutional money, I doubt it. Rango asks, how many BTC to join George's neighborhood in the Citadel? As many as you can. People always ask me before, how many BTC should you own? There's no right or wrong answer. I think the right answer is just as many as you can accumulate. That's it. I think Bitcoin is for sure hitting 100,000. Some people are questioning that. I'm 99.9% sure that it's going to hit 100,000 and much sooner than expected. And after that, 200, 300, 400 would not be far-fetched. So it's basically a matter of collecting as much Bitcoin as you can. That's pretty much it. About that Vegas party, some people started asking me. It's still very hard to plan because there's still a lot of restrictions and lockdown. I probably can't give you guys an answer until May, because that's when restrictions are supposed to be reviewed or something like that. So just to let you guys know about that, because some people have started asking about it. Eric says the FOMO starts at 100K. I honestly think so. I mean, breaking $1 trillion was pretty amazing for Bitcoin, but it's really nothing, when you compare it to something like gold, which is still much, much bigger. So there's still a lot of room to grow. But the bigger it is, the harder it is to ignore. Not that anyone's ignoring. I mean, Twitter's about to enter the game. I showed you guys that this morning. And there's many other companies. There's one other company that has bought another $600 million worth of Bitcoin. Either another buy or someone new that outflowed from Coinbase. And we don't know who that is yet. So basically, that's like $2 billion that was purchased from Coinbase in a very, very short amount of time. So yeah, there's a lot of big money coming in. It's good. Bob says it's good to have two pools buying more spread out as they can't get them back at a discount. That's the hope. That's the hope. Now, if they're playing both sides, if they're trying to, or if they are profiting from, let's say, derivatives and they're buying back, then they could definitely they can keep it going. But right now, it just seems like they're not really winning. They dropped the market a little bit, but the market is strong. Just like recently when it dropped to 43,000, a lot of people was thinking it was going to drop to 38.40. It didn't. It held, and it came back up. And this morning, even though it came down a little bit, it came right back up. Now we're above that 48.7 mark. That was a support. It turned resistance. Now turned to support again, right? So that's what I'm saying. Even though I'm bringing this attention, I'm bringing this to light, this is not time to be panicking. Bitcoin is strong. It's very, very strong. Whatever F2 pool is doing is not going to work forever. Bitcoin will continue higher because it is attracting so many new buyers, basically, from everywhere. Someone asked about coin artist. It almost looked like con artist, but it's coin artist. Coin artist. What is this? Okay, I'm not even gonna look at that. With a 1 million market cap, I'm not looking at that. Les Roberts, appreciate that. Thoughts on OGN, about to drop some NFTs for Paris Hilton, and had a huge NFT. Is Paris Hilton even relevant these days? She has to be getting pretty old. I remember when I was in high school, she was like the most popular thing, and I think she's older than me, so I don't know about that. But Origin Protocol, are they involved with NFTs? Not according to that. Do they get involved in NFTs now? Doesn't seem like it. So is Loopring a good investment? I don't know. Loopring is pretty good, I guess. They're a layer 2 solution for DEXs now, and they have their own DEX. So I don't know. It's decent. It's decent. They've been around for a long time. So, and they've been climbing up. So we'll see. Their DEX is still beta. If their DEX gets more popular, then maybe. Yeah, Hazy. I remember Paris Hilton is older than me. But she still looks a hell of a lot better. So let's be upfront about that. Yeah, a lot of people been talking about Muse, which is also in NFTs, and it's not the one with the bad font. The one I always pull up. They have some other. I don't know why. Maybe they don't even have a token, but they have some this other store. So I've been asked about this a long time. But they pretty much do the same thing too, where you can simply, it's like a marketplace for NFTs. So there's a lot of projects that's involved with NFTs right now. Insure says, love your channel. What do you think about Insure DeFi? Top 100 DeFi Chainlink integrated. Chainlink integrated, just so you know, it doesn't really mean much. Every single project is Chainlink integrated. Very small. Not on good exchanges. World's first DeFi insurance system. Yeah, no. I don't like insurance. I don't like crypto insurance at all. They're not going to be able to cover any kind of hacks. I'll tell you that. If there's an exchange that gets hacked for $40 or $400 million, do you think they're going to be able to cover that? No. No, they're not. So I don't trust insurance plays right now. Chefraf says, I think we have good times ahead. I think what you're trying to say, this manipulation, I think they want people to go short and burn them. you know, ultimately, what's going to happen is they're going to lose, right? They may win a battle here or there, but there's no way they can win the war. That was what my point of earlier, my video earlier today. You know, you can maybe win a few battles here and there, but you're not going to win against the world. The world is adopting. So the best way to look at it is take advantage. Take advantage and buy bargains. Buy the dips and hodl. Don't panic sell. If anything, panic buy. Because that's how you achieve life-changing wealth. I don't have any opinion on Algorand. A lot of people seem to ask about it. I'm honestly curious why so many people asked about it, because I hear absolutely nothing about it. It's one big blockchain project that I don't really hear anything about, yet so many people are asking about it. So I can't really comment on it. Other than it's started by some really smart guy from MIT, like a professor or something. Other than that, I don't know what else it has going for it. Robbie asked about Cosmos. Cosmos, okay, so the three big blockchains right now, it has to be Cardano, Binance Chain, and Polkadot. But the next three include Cosmos, Elrond, and Solana. So they're in a conversation. I mean, there's a big gap between the top three and the bottom three, but still, these are like the top 6, blockchains right now. So they're doing well. They're doing well. Don't worry about it. All right, guys. I'll let you guys go. Any other last questions before I go? A lot of people seem to like Algorand, but they're not giving any reasons why. OGN just had an empty auction for 11 million. Well, I just went to OGN site. I didn't see anything about NFT auction. Maybe they have a different marketplace I didn't see. But yeah, I mean, this all relates, right? I know a lot of people still feel like NFTs is a fad. Me, myself, I was one of those guys, and I still don't own NFTs. I like basketball cards, right? So that's why I pulled out these cards. I like having a physical card. Here's like a LeBron rookie, right? I'd much rather hold this than a digital play of LeBron. But you can't doubt the potential, the people that are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on these moments, right? The marketplace is huge. And you can sit back and ignore it, or you could sit back and take advantage, right? And if you are, Flow is definitely the biggest dog of all NFTs right now. It's not even close because of NBA TopShots, but there's a lot more. Claudio, could you talk about some on-chain analytic websites like CryptoQuant and Glassnode, and let me know what's... Well, Glassnode, I tried to sign up, but it's $800 a month. I'm not going to sign up for $800 a month. That's ridiculous. CryptoQuant is good. Shoot, there was another one. Claudia, I have to get back to you. Well, you're on Patreon anyways. Just send me a DM. There's another one, but right now I think CryptoQuant is fine. Why is XMNem pumping? I actually don't know. I actually don't know why they're pumping. They're an old project. Mostly in Asia. I don't know if something happened. I'll have to look into it, but they're an old project. All right. That's it, guys. So thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Bitcoin is doing better, much better than earlier today. Bitcoin is strong. So do not doubt that Bitcoin is going to go much higher. Do not doubt that the crypto market will go higher. There may be some up and downs right now, but once we make the next leg up, no one is even going to remember this. But in the meantime, shop for bargains, dollar cost average hodl, because there are still a lot of bargains out there. And the name of the game is to stay strong, accumulate, and hodl for life-changing wealth. So if you're into NFTs, definitely look at Flow, because I think they are definitely a monster in the making. All right, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for my video tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, guys, have a good night, and take